As it turns out, geography is powerful. Our existence is because of it, and Venus is proof of that. However, to find out why, we need to go back a few billion years. The formation of Venus was pretty similar to Earth's. Particles accumulated to form planetesimals, which grew larger and larger until they were huge spheres of molten rock. Both were similar to this point. A Mars-sized object impacted Earth, leading to the formation of the Moon, a magnetosphere, seasons, and Earth's fast rotation. Venus got hit too, but the impact reversed Venus's rotation. Venus does not have a magnetosphere either. However, the reason for that is different, as I'll explain in a moment. Eventually, as it cooled, Venus did have water oceans, and probably life, but they were short-lived, since the lack of a magnetosphere caused the oceans to evaporate into space. But it was this start that caused the issue. Taking a look at the map of the surface, we see splodges of different shades of orange. This isn't very helpful, so we can take a look at an elevation map of Venus. Now, we can see what Venus' surface really is. A mess. And the mess is even more apparent when we compare it to Mars and Earth's elevation map. Venus doesn't have distinct high grounds and low grounds. The reason Venus is so chaotic is because of the absence of plate tectonics. To find out why Venus never developed plate tectonics, we have to see how plate tectonics are formed. Crusts have weak points. As time goes on, these weak points grow into cracks that form plates. On Venus, any cracks are closed up because the temperature is so high that the rock is melted together. This means that Venus has an unbroken surface, locking the mantle inside it. Both planets have radioactive elements in their core, which provides a source of internal heat. On Venus, this heat cannot be dissipated and must build up. When things are heated, they expand. So eventually, the pressure inside Venus is so high that the crust bursts open and magma flows for 100 million years, reshaping the surface. This process starts again once the pressures are low enough for the crust to relock the mantle. Venus has three main continents because of this process: Aphrodite Terra, Ishtar Terra, and Lada Terra. Aphrodite Terra is an equatorial continent about the same size as South America. This continent is covered in a series of rifts thought to form by the direct ripping of the mantle. While the formation of this continent was due to the outward ripping forces of the crust, Ishtar Terra is caused by the crust bunching up. This is because it is here that the outward forces from the equator meet, creating this Australia-sized continent. It is also why the highest peak on the planet, Maxwell Montes, is found in the middle of this highland. The reason Maxwell Montes is light-colored is because it rains lead sulfide and bismuth sulfide, covering higher peaks in metallic snow. The reason for the formation of Ishtar Terra is also why the third highland, Lada Terra, exists on the South Pole. Observing Venus is hard, mainly due to its thick atmosphere. That is why spacecraft have to be sent to Venus to study it. However, any lander on its surface cannot survive for more than a few hours because, as well built as the craft may be, pressures on Venus are just too much. This makes studying Venus rather hard, but multiple missions have tried, namely the 16 Venera spacecrafts, Pioneer Venus 1 and 2, Mariner 2, 5, the Vega flybys, and Venus Express. It's worth mentioning that missions to other planets or the Sun sometimes use Venus to gain speed. Hence, they also collect data on the planet. Crafts that have done this are the Parker Solar Probe, Cassini, and Messenger. There are 3 more missions announced for Venus that are scheduled for 2030. In conclusion, Venus is a living example of what could go wrong if we do not take care of our planet.